Welcome back to Robbit Mondu! So I went to the trouble of collecting all of the cards. There is only one card remaining, and it is in a level we have not gotten yet, or not unlocked yet. So there are 80 of the 100 cards were acquired through the gacha. The remaining 20 were found in the individual levels. You can tell because there's actually a color difference for them. All of these blue ones were gotten through the gacha. And then these green ones were gotten through the levels. There's only one card remaining. And that one we still need to get. So with that said, there's only 2 stages left, so with any luck, today's going to be the end of the game.
先日はよくも我らがシンボル様を倒してくれたな。いろいろ困っちゃったのだが、実は我らが尊敬する悪の手先の大先輩ムームー星人様にお会いできたのだ。よくわかんないけど楽しくやるムー。と温かい励ましを受け、我ら大復活だ。ジャングルにいた大きな生き物にニューシンボル様と名前をつけてすごく強そうなので我ら大威張りだ。カムンカムイン叩き潰してやる。
How dare you defeat our symbol the other day? We were in a lot of trouble, but in fact, we were able to meet the senior boom alien, a minion of evil whom we respect, so we are going to have fun, even though we don't know what's going on. We were really warmly encouraged, and we are back on our feet. We are so proud of him because he looks so strong, wearing a jungle guitar and a kimono with the name of Iris in Boru-sama on it. We will probably beat up the civil servants.
Weasel Gang's at it again.
ムームー星人も余計なこと言うなよな。
Poets don't have to say anything extra, either.
They've got a brand new idol to worship. Or whatever.
Hehe またったな市役所職員。
ここまで来られたのは褒めてやろう。がははは。偶然見つけた我らの邪悪なニューシンボル様がお前の血をすすり肉を食らうんだぞ。
見て驚くなよ。では、ニューシンボル様どうぞ。
And it's a boss fight. This is effectively the final boss of the game, and it's not an easy fight. It's very learnable, though. It's got some cheap shots, but it's a good fight. So he's got a shield and a face mask. And if you try to pound him and hit his spear, you get hurt. I don't know if he even gets hurt at all from it. So you can, if you do enough damage to the mask and shield, they will eventually break. When he does that, he's about to throw a whole bunch of spears. Hey, jeez. When he's spinning, he can knock you. If he spins into you, he hits you like stupid hard, and you just go flying. Kind of like that. And occasionally, the airplane will fly by, drop bombs, where he'll stop by and put his shield up. So you'll notice that I have... when he put his shield up, I intentionally tried to jump on him. If I can do damage to his shield, it will eventually break. I think I already said that. So I'm trying to... God dang it. Don't have time to react to half your crap. Nope, right into the fire. Where he goes when he's spinning is a little random. Kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, we destroyed his mask. When you destroy his mask, he gets a new attack. Oh, we destroyed his shield, too. So it's going to be easier to land on him. So if you want to dodge the pogo, because he puts out those, like, shock waves that do damage. Wait for the very first shockwave and double jump over it. And try to land near him. I don't like it up there. I don't like it anywhere when he's doing this. Yeah, I'm low on health, I get it. If I can beat this guy first try, I'm gonna be happy. It's just not safe to jump on him. Like, he moves his spear over, so it's very often you'll just hit his spear instead. So even though your jump does, like, way more damage, especially the stomp, it's just, like, not that safe. There we go! Without his shield, the dude just panics when they drop bombs. I assume the bombs hurt him, but that's also a chance for you to stomp it. You also have to, of course, worry about getting bombed yourself.
ついにイタチ団は完全に壊滅した。大きな仕事を成し遂げたという充実感に浸るロビットであった。
お？週刊誌に記事が載ってるぞ。悪の組織ついに完全壊滅っす。イタチ団員は泣きながらいずこへともなく走り去っていった。
The weekly news is on it. The evil organization is finally destroyed once and for all. It's the same weasel that ran away from us crying when we were still around.
イタチ団もこれで完全壊滅か。にしても機体の損傷がひどいな。あいつそんなに強かったか？
Even if this is the complete destruction of the organization, the expected damage is still too much.
It's a good fight, though. Like, it's learnable. There's a little bit of BS in it, but it's learnable. It's a good fight. Like, it's not a simple fight either. Like, it's a challenging fight. It feels appropriate for being effectively the final boss.
またもシンボル様を倒され、いよいよ途方に暮れてしまったイタチだ。
我らも悪だの秘密だのと言っている年でもないし、故郷に帰ってお見合いしようかな。
バカ者！
何をする！
我らは悪で卑劣で凶暴な立派な秘密結社を作ろうねって南十字星に誓ったあの夜を忘れたのか。
そうだったな。よし、ここは一つ我らが尊敬するムームー星人様に弟子入りしようじゃないか。そしていつの日かネオイタチ団を作って悪いことをするのだ。
というわけでムームー星人に弟子入りし、オアフ島で皿洗いをするイタチだ。彼らの将来はとてもとても暗いのでした。
And so, with renewed enthusiasm, they go to the Moo-Moos to learn how to be evil from them. And that unlocks now the final stage.
ヤシの実ジュースが飲みたいむ。
そうだムー、飲みたいムー。
ロビットさん、ヤシの実取ってきてむ。お願いだむ。ムームームー。
I want to drink coconut juice. I want to drink it, Mr. Lovett. Go get me some coconuts, please.
And it's helping the Moo-Moos get 4 random things they want.
こいつらもしかして飲み食いのことしか考えてないんじゃ。
Maybe these guys are only thinking about eating and drinking?
Probably. It's a good level, though.
O 化け足の実のジュースが飲みたいムー。
けど怖くて取りに行けないむ。
ロビットさん、代わりに取ってきてほしいムー。
We gotta get 4 of these. What are these? Ghost coconuts. It's a good level, though. It's actually quite large and expansive. And a little more exploration-based. A lot of the levels so far have been very... either here's a linear challenge, or a very small space to look around and explore. This is actually a pretty good level, all things considered. Okay, that's gonna go wherever it goes. So, looking around, there are... effectively what we're looking for, because we've been to this level before, but we are looking for 2, and there's one of them, plants, and there's the other one, that were not there the first time that we played through this. These plants are how we're going to get to the areas we either couldn't access before or didn't exist before. And we can start off over here. I'm actually going to go... So from here you can see 2 paths, one going that way and one going that way. I'm going to save us a little bit of time and get this one first. Land on that. was solid. I didn't know what was going to happen when I landed on that. I'm glad that it... There it is. Now I gotta get back. There's no easy way to get back other than, like, just doing this. And then we get to work our way up the anthem. Oh, we got our little Moo Moo buddy now. Forgot, we got him last time. Can I not land on the fire? No, the answer is no. There we go. Grab that, and then while we're here... I don't think those home. I think I always thought they homed. While we're here... I think you can see it down there. That is our goal. All the way down here. If you may recall, this is our last card. If you may recall, down there is actually where we started the level the last time we played through this. And looking around, there's this one really tall one, and that's got our chest on it. So that was the last card. We have them all. We keep it even if we die. We can exit the stage, so we're done with that all around. Yeah, it's those balloon guys that shoot out the homing. So we need to go... We need to get to the other plant. We've done everything we can on that one. That's that. Where is this? Okay, it's up there. Maybe could have made it. Not gonna risk it. Alright, so here's our second plant. I wonder what these looked like originally, like our first pass through. I don't remember them at all. So there's one. These things are spinning a lot faster than they look like they're spinning. There's number 3. Like, you can kind of look at these and tell that they're spinning fast. But you think, like, oh, but I can land on it. I can land on it and jump off, like, immediately, and I'll be fine, right? And, like, Like, it won't affect me that much. Oh, but it does. And 4. That was a good level, though. Big, explorative, good level.
サンキューだむヤシの実ジュースおいしいむ
幸せだもん。
今夜も宴会だむ気が向いたら遊びに来るむいつでも歓迎するむ
幸せそうなムームー星人たちを残し、一人仕事に戻るちょっぴり寂しいロビットであった。
おかげですっかり元気が出たむ。
今夜も宴会だむ
ロビットさん遊びに来るむ。約束だむ。
待ってるむ
Thanks to this, I feel completely fine, and I'm waiting for the change-eyed Robbit, who promises to play hard tonight too.
お、仕事ご苦労さん。ただ機体が多少傷ついているようだな。こんな仕事で予算を使わせないでくれ。頼むよ一つ。
Thank you for your work. If only one person seems to be somewhat hurt, please don't make me spend my budget on this kind of work. Please, one.
I'm not sure what it takes to do this one better. Just, you do it faster? Maybe? Or maybe it's because I took a little bit of damage? It's a good level, though. I think especially because it was big, it was explorative. I think detail-wise, it was kind of bare bones, mostly just, hey, jump on tiny logs to go between platforms. But I feel like for this game, that was a pretty good level. I think just that it also went back to, yeah, go collect 4 things. And that you're doing it for the moo-moos. I feel like it was even a good final level. Because, yeah, it wasn't like this big, climactic, dramatic final fight or anything. But I feel like that's something this game has never really tried to do. That's not what this game is, so to say. It's all been about helping people. You show up and somebody says, hey, can you help me with this thing? And you do. And that's been the whole game. And what you've been helping people with has gotten larger and more elaborate over time. But I feel like going back and helping the moo-moos at the very end for something like this, I think it feels fitting, really.
ムームー星人は相変わらずで、居酒屋オアフ島は今夜も夜通しにぎやかです。ですが、彼らの脳裏にふとアロハ男爵と共に宇宙を股にかけ、ロビットと死闘を繰り返していた栄光の時代の思い出がよぎることがあります。そんな時彼らはビールのジョッキを握りしめながら遠い目をするのでした。
この一杯を天国のアロハ男爵様に捧げるむ。
そうだむ
考えてみればいろいろあったむ。
そうだったかむ。
そういえばいろいろあったような気もするむ
あんまり覚えてないむ。
それよりロビットさんの取ってきてくれたつまみがいけるむ。
ほんとだむ
もう幸せだむ。
てなことを喋りつつ、また際限のない宴会が続いていくのでした。
And so they reminisce about good times with Baron Aloha. I think an amazing sequel hook would be a completely unexplained, at the very end of everything, Baron Aloha poking his head in on the Moo-Moos and going, "Hey guys, want to do some crime?" So, I'm not exactly sure which reward is tied to which, but I think because we collected all of the cards, we have unlocked the final AI, which is .red. I also think, for having completed all of the stages, we've unlocked this bonus, which says a limited release license has been issued. The limit on the number of times special weapons can be used has been lifted. Boost charge time is reduced, which is our stomp. So if we want to continue playing at this point, I don't know if that means we can just use infinite specials. And if there is no recharge on our stomp. If I had to guess, which is kind of cool. Now, one thing that you get that we have not seen, I believe you get if you 100%. Like, if you get the double circle on every stage, you get a final conclusionary cutscene. And I was really hoping that we'd get that cutscene as a reward instead of the, like, special weapon unlock. If we'd gotten that, then I would have just told you, hey, we got this, that's what you get the special weapon unlock if you do the thing. But because it's the cutscene that actually makes me feel like I need to go back and try to double circle all of these levels, and oh boy, I don't want to. I'll give it the old college try. We'll see if I call it. In the meantime, so I said I was going to take a look, so we can get, no, not there. And change that over to .red. We can take a quick look at everything that we've got, look at all of these. Which a lot of these are just kind of here. They're not really doing a lot. You get some that are kind of neat, like maybe there's a little bit of movement physics on some of these. And some of these, like, oh, a kiwi caution sign, and the maraca birds, which I don't know if they were in this game, but they were in, like, Jumping Flash 2. And the weird Tengu thing, which was also in 2, maybe 1, but I don't know if it was in here. This weird thing, which is important for Japanese culture, but I don't know. And then you got a Vileplume down here, and, I want to say Weeping Bell, but I forget what its evolved form is. You got this thing, which is, Captain Kabuki's collar. Got this legendary sword and shield and armor, but it's all, like, Moo-Moo based. Got this thing, which looks like it was the interior of one of the levels. The glass orb level things in 2. Got Baron Aloha's sandal and shirt. And then these green ones, which you got from the levels. This construction thing, which I think was also the interior of one of the orbs. I feel like that's something they should have done. Like, maybe they didn't need 100 of these. But it would have been neat to get, like, maybe the level-specific ones were just the stuff like Captain Kabuki's head. Or Baron Aloha's capsule. Or something. On the legendary helmet. And then, like, all the other cards were renders that from previous games, like the interior little orbs or stuff like that. I think that would have been neat. Anyway, I'll go ahead and go through all of these, show them off. Dang it, hit the wrong button. I'll show them all off. While I'm doing that, I was going to talk briefly about what I went through in order to record this game, and kind of give some final thoughts, I guess. Which I gave final thoughts during the end credits, but I feel like after the end credits, playing through effectively post-game, we started to get a lot more meatier, a lot more challenging levels. And I've actually been enjoying the game a lot more since then. It's felt more like a proper game. It still hasn't quite felt jumping flash, but I respect that they were trying to do something different. But I actually like a lot of what they were trying to do here. And I especially like these last levels. They had much better bosses, much better levels to explore. Like, it was good stuff. I am a bit sad that we didn't get, like, a jumping flash proper. And all in all, it still does feel like the levels just weren't quite there in the same way they were in previous jumping flash games. Like, it very rarely felt like there was a good space to run around and explore. And even when it was just like, yeah, you can kind of bum around and on tiny little log platforms floating out in the middle of nothing, instead of looking like a neat level with a neat aesthetic. Like, I feel like this game is mostly here for the characters and their individual little plots, and a lot of that is lost because I'm not native Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. With the power of Vivian.exe, I can kind of manage. And for that, I'm grateful for it, because it's let me experience this game when otherwise I wouldn't really have been able to. Shake it. That said, Vivian is not perfect. She is using the Microsoft Azure speech recognition API to take the actual spoken dialogue, run it through that API, and translate it to text. That text is then run through the DeepL translation API. These are two very imprecise processes. And while the DeepL API is relatively good speech recognition, especially when these people are talking with funny voices and accents and things, speech recognition can be challenging. So for what I've had to go through recording this, though, I feel like this has been a challenge. This has been a challenge for me. This has perhaps been more ambitious a project than someone who uploads videos daily maybe could have approached. Because not only was the recording itself convoluted and difficult, but the editing for these videos was nightmarish. Even if I effectively had the subtitles made, they were never lined up right, because it has to listen, and then it has to translate, which takes a non-zero amount of time, and then it has to actually speak the lines. And though I've made a few adjustments to Vivian over the course of the series, we were also mired by my own mistake, which was not compressing the audio or the text down to a form that was readable. So you guys lost out on a lot of the translation for a lot of it. And I feel like if I had more time... I don't know what the inside of that shoe said. It looked like it said Moo Moo or something. If I had more time, then I could have gone back and, like, re-recorded the Japanese translation and put more effort into lining up the translations right. Even gone so far as use the translation that it gave me as a basis for me to be able to kind of adapt that myself and localize that myself. That's a cool looking legendary Moo Moo sword. And like localize that myself to give you guys a better translation. But it already takes me forever to do these, because I effectively have to do closed caption for every one of these videos, at least as best I can. And even if I've been given the dialogue to caption, it's never lined up right. And I have to adjust that and adjust the video for every little bit of these, and that takes forever. I've gotten better at it, but like, I don't have all the time in the world, especially when I'm on such a tight schedule. And then speaking about what I'm going through to actually translate these. So, okay, so let's talk about what we're actually doing here to translate this. I have set the system default in and out both to be a virtual audio cable. So the system default out is a virtual audio cable. So system sounds go out through that virtual audio cable. The default in is the other end of that virtual audio cable, which means system out is being treated like a mic in. Which lets me then use Vivian.exe to listen to the mic in for all of the audio. Thankfully, OBS can listen or can record desktop audio and kind of bypass what I set that to. Then Vivian listens to it, translates it, spits it back out, and speaks it back out, but I need to be able to adjust that spoken output. So I have the spoken output going out through a second virtual audio cable that I am then catching independently. I don't think I clicked on this one. That I am then capturing independently from the other virtual audio cable and the desktop audio. Oh man, jeez. So there is all of that. And then I'm also in OBS capturing... There's the legendary helmet. In OBS, I'm capturing Vivian.exe's text output on the same screen, in the same recording as the video. So I'm actually capturing, despite that this is in 4.3, I'm actually capturing in 16.9 with this on the left-hand side is scooted over as much as I can, and then Vivian.exe's text out is rotated 90 degrees to the left and shoved on the right-hand side. And away it goes. So I have it all at once, and this also tells me when each thing was captured in relation to the whole thing. And then in editing, I have to double up on the video and rotate the one and crop off the video, and then only take the 4.3 aspect of the left for the bottom level so I can actually line everything up correctly, and then crop everything down so you can't see the subtitles all the time because they're technically always there. It's And then I have to, like, not only cut all of those up, I have to skim through for all the dumb little things, because there's, like, a part of the background music that keeps getting translated as pro, or, like, button presses or weird little things, so I have to skim over the whole thing, remove everything that's nonsensical and not actually a translation of something, crop it all out, and then scoot everything else over to where it needs to be so it's aligned correctly, figure out which ones actually played during cutscenes so I can mute the audio, scoosh video over when I need to squeeze dialogue in sometimes. If I'm weirdly silent sometimes, that's because I wasn't sure how much time I had to give Vivian to finish speaking, so I waited for her to finish speaking on my end, even though that probably got pushed back on your end, so I had more time, if anything. And adjusting for that and cutting out the little bit of dead space was just a thing that I stopped doing to save on editing time. Like, I'm kind of upset that this project was as scuffed as it was. But just with more time, I could have made this a much better project. But at the very least, I'm glad that it's here and done. So, on my own time, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to play through, and I'm going to see if I can get the double circle on all of these. I don't know how successful I'll be. Maybe I won't be successful. You know what, on second thought, never mind. Oh, also, since I'm running system out through the virtual cable, I also have to have an audio repeater that repeats the audio going to the virtual cable and puts it out through the regular speakers so I can hear the game at all. But I'm not well, let's just go, let's hop in and see what these things do that we got. And then I'm just going to show you the cutscene. Alright. That's pretty quick. It's not infinite. It's not infinite, but it might as well be. Like, if you have time to do one jump... Away they go. Do I just have these forever? How fast can I fire? Looks like I have to wait for that first one to go. Oh, and I forgot to save after changing the AI over. So let's take a look at that, too. Let's see here. Where was a boss? Where was a boss? Where was an easy boss? My thinking is if I go with an easy boss, then it will my thinking is that let's see if I can actually, like, get a sentence out. My thinking is that I'll be able to fire that faster because they'll just go directly towards the target, which is to say boss. Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to go over here and hit this button. I have to go up here because my bolts don't travel that far. Is there a boss that I could get on top of easily? Home, I'm just gonna walk over here. Oh, I can't get on top of you. Ooh. Even though it looks like I should be able to, they're not gonna let me, like... Oh, I'm behind you. No, I'm not. Let me tell you, homing for this. I can still fire them pretty quickly. There is more of a delay than you'd think there would be. Oh, the voice, the dot changes depending. So you got dot pink when you cleared the level. Interesting. So anyway, that's the story with that. If I could think up a boss that I could get on top of easily... This one was the guy, wasn't it? I think I can get on top of him. I can't, like, stay on top of him, though. It'd help if I, like, aimed a little better. It also makes just getting around easier. Yeah, though, that goes quick. No, it looks like it's just a random bunch of lines, because I had pink at the start of that level, and then it changed to blue for the finish. That's neat, though. That's neat. So these would actually be very helpful abilities for going out and actually getting the double circle in all these stages, but I just don't have it in me. So I mentioned the 100% speed run. I'm just going to show you the clip from the end for that. If the guy sees me, special thanks or the just having made the video has been very helpful.
それではこれよりロビットさん赴任1周年を記念してロビットさんを励ます会を始めたいと存じます。ロビットさんのご活躍を祝し感謝の意を込めて乾杯。乾杯。
おお、何々ロビットちゃん飲んでる？てなわけで今度また一つという感じでよろしく。
いやいや、見てくれ、これが人参を食べるモグラの性質を持つ新しい人参ちゃんだ。もうわけわかんないね。
どえらい村名物ビッグ玉焼きまんじゅう、ただいま大特価8割引きじゃ。誰か買ってくれ。
あらあらあらあらあら、今日はお招きありがとうね。もう近所の奥さんたちがとんでもないわよ。あなたやれ、久保田さんちなんてもう。
いやー、すごいごちそうだね。
あ、そのローストビーフは私のですよ。
もらったぜ。
まあブルーったら。
よしみんな、パープルのために決めポーズだ。はあ、どっと。
ロビットさん、よくわかんないけどおめでたいむ。
お兄ちゃんおめでと
とにかく宴会だむむ。先生、こんなところで飲んでないで早く帰って執筆を。
悪の組織に牛乳屋がこうなったら串カツは一人3本まで。おお、今度こそ大傑作間違いなし。
先
私だ、研修部長だ。今度はすっごい秘密兵器を用意したよ。私の特訓を受けて生まれ変わった20ミリ装甲ハイパー花田君だ。
ただでさえ優秀な僕が20ミリ装甲でハイパーでとにかくもうすごいんだぞ。おお、マイスイートジェニちゃん。
う。市役所の家来ねえねえ、すっごくいいニュースがあるの。実はね、市役所の家来は私の生き別れのお兄さんってことになったんだって。すごいでしょね。そうよねパパ。
ああ、いいな。うさぎくんわしの息子になっていいな。
これでずーっと一緒に冒険したりボタンを押したりできるよね。早速私ん家にお引っ越しね。やったー。
ああ、いいな。うさぎくんはいいな。
さて大変楽しく盛り上がって。おお、これは大変だ。悪の組織イタチ団の殴り込みだ。
あれ、ここでいいのかな。
なんか見たような人がいっぱいいるが。我々は悪の組織ネオイタチ団。アルバイトでピザを届けに来た。受取証のここにサインを要求する。どうだ、参ったか。
おっと、何やら要求しておりますネオイタチ団。皆さん十分にご注意ください。ドリル嬢がキョロキョロし始めた。これは危険だ。誰か早く。これはいけません。もう誰にも止められない。これにてロビットさんを励ます会はお開きになりそうです。それでは皆様、さようなら。